Helping out Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program for assembling prefabs stimulate the local economy in Ormoc City, Philippines. In China, we joined the 10-year anniversary celebration of the Tzu Chi building at Fuding Hospital. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, recent heavy rains caused by tropical storm Fengwang flooded most of the greater Manila area, including San Mateo. To help residents clean up, Tzu Chi volunteers launched a Cash for Work program and also conducted 3 aid distributions to help some 5,000 families.
The long line of people are all residents waiting to receive Tzu Chi's aid. For 67-year-old Lode Santos, Tzu Chi's aid is a blessing and a lifeline of hope.
I am so grateful to Tzu Chi for providing us with mosquito nets and mattresses. At the moment, we don't have to worry about having food to eat, and we are protected against mosquitoes. We are very blessed.
Dengue fever is common now that it's warmer, but with these mosquito nets, we won't have to worry. It's cold sleeping on the cement floor, but this mattress will help.
As tropical storm Fengwang caused widespread flooding in San Mateo, Tzu Chi volunteers immediately carried out 3 distributions to help 5,000 families. Adversity not only draws people together, but brings out the best in people. Holding a bamboo bank in her hand, Dulcie invites residents to contribute a little of their love to help others in need.
I hope they may cultivate their own blessings and soon walk out from despair.
After the flood, all that remains is mud and debris. To help residents clean up their neighborhoods and communities, Tzu Chi launched a Cash for Work program in San Mateo.
The mud in my house is up to my knees. It'll take at least a week to clear out. It would take even longer if I had to do it by myself.
With the help of his fellow community members, Ernesto was able to finally move some of his furniture back inside his house. Upon learning that another neighbor was in trouble, he immediately set aside his work to help out.
My sincere thanks to the Tzu Chi Foundation for helping us clean our homes. I wouldn't have been able to do it all by myself since I have 2 children to look after.
Not only is the Cash for Work initiative a viable solution to restoring a community after a disaster, more importantly, it brings out the qualities of humanitarian assistance, inspiring the community as a whole to help each other out.
Tzu Chi doesn't just help sometimes, they reach out to us every time. They never forget about us. They always provide us with assistance in times of difficulty, especially in the aftermath of disasters or floods.
Tzu Chi teaches us to help one another, so we went out to see if there were others in need of assistance.
Residents express their gratitude and thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers, as this money will go a long way to helping them rebuild their homes and lives.
I'm going to use this money to purchase medication for my mother and other household items.
Through
Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program, we were able to provide close to 1,000 families with food and clothing. I honestly feel during times like this, the program is really effective.
Providing an immediate and effective solution to helping residents on the road to recovery, Tzu Chi's love will continue to accompany them in the days ahead.
In Leyte Province's Ormoc City, Tzu Chi launched a Cash for Work program to get residents to help with the assembly of the prefabricated homes for those displaced by Typhoon Haiyan. At the same time, the wages will help bring a boost to the stagnant local economy. Meanwhile, the city has asked for a prefab to be built downtown to help the public learn how Tzu Chi is helping Haiyan victims recover.
In a plaza in downtown Ormoc City, Residents are putting together a Tzu Chi prefabricated home all by themselves.
From the initial unpacking to sorting out all the parts, we have left everything in their hands. We have even passed out power tools so they can work quicker. We have been watching from the side since the beginning, and everything seems fine so far.
I'm actually enjoying myself. It feels like doing something fun. To be able to build something personally makes me very happy.
All 40 people involved in the building process first underwent 2 days of intensive training. In less than 3 hours, the house begins to take shape, attracting passers-by and tourists.
2000, yes.
When will this happen?
We are already starting.
Starting already?
Yeah. It's about 8 kilometers away.
The mayor's wife is the one who came up with the idea of building a prefab home downtown so a new tourist attraction can be created to showcase Tzu Chi's wisdom.
I'm very happy because they are involved in making this temporary house made by Tzu Chi. So it's a blessing to us, Ormocanans.
People of Ormoc can come check out the prefabricated home from Taiwan, which is the result of volunteers' unified efforts. This unit here will be used as a model.
The Buddhist charity and city officials plan to hold a joint press conference on Monday, the 29th, to let the public know how the pair is working together to help displaced victims of Typhoon Haiyan. 8 kilometers away from downtown Ormoc City, Barangay Liloan is where Tzu Chi is erecting its prefabricated community. And thanks to its Cash for Work program, life is getting better here. As most mothers have to care for their children, they help by chopping bamboo down into thin sticks. Children can be seen helping with the work as well. The more labor-intensive work, such as making cement bricks or installing them, are gladly taken on by the men of the barangay. After all, it is hard to make money here.
Before, I didn't have a job, but after Tzu Chi came, I now have a job and a steady income.
Since we launched the Cash for Work program, residents now have a steady income. It is better than before when their jobs were unstable. With the money they make now, their livelihood has started to improve a bit.
Volunteers also make sure the residents understand the value of the money they make. Inspired by the volunteers' message, many residents donate their extra change into Tzu Chi's coin banks when they pick up their wages.
I'm very glad to have the opportunity to give, so I'm donating my change.
Residents young and old have come to know Tzu Chi songs and sign language performances. It is evident that the volunteers' hard work is paying off. Jerome is heading away from home into a bamboo forest several kilometers away. Here, he and his friends search for proper bamboo to chop down. After chopping down one, Jerome then carries it home on his shoulder, for he has to help provide for his family.
I have just chopped this down. It is for Tzu Chi.
Jerome has a total of 6 siblings. His mom has taken his 2 elder brothers to work outside, leaving his father to care for the rest of children. Jerome's dad says Typhoon Haiyan took away the family's farmland. Now he can barely find a job, much less a steady income.
I have been here since Typhoon Haiyan. My farmland has been ruined and rendered useless. It wasn't until Tzu Chi launched the Cash for Work program, where we can sell bamboo sticks to Tzu Chi, that we started making money.
Originally bound for college, Jerome has dropped out and joined the Cash for Work program to help his family out.
The money I make can help buy things that we need.
Chopping bamboo into fine sticks has turned many homes here into small factories, for the sticks can be sold to Tzu Chi for money.
Thanks to Tzu Chi, we now have work to do and can make some money. Now I can buy rice and other groceries. I can also pay for my children's tuition.
The sticks are added to cement blocks to strengthen the blocks and also to help increase their water absorption. The blocks are then laid as the foundation for the new prefabricated homes being built to house those displaced by Typhoon Haiyan.
Relating to Tzu Chi's prefabricated homes, Tzu Chi estimates that in total, it will be constructing around 2,000 prefab housing units in the Philippines' Ormoc City. Despite the scale of the project and the amount of work that entails, volunteers both Tzu Chi and local continue to carry out their jobs with a heart of mindfulness and sincerity.
我们现在要去，因为欠了一个一只柱子，啊，咱们去找一条啊。
Whenever any of the building teams find they are lacking a part, they turn to Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Yizhong.
So many people wanted to be here, so for us, 10-20 volunteers, it is a blessing to be able to be here.
Although finding a missing part means driving many miles and standing under the hot sun, Yang couldn't be happier. Another volunteer on the job is Lin Mu Neng. After 30 years of working with aluminum doors and windows, Lin now volunteers at Tzu Chi full-time.
My job was making aluminum doors and windows. Here I have a chance to make use of that background and ensure that the windows and doors of these prefab units get finished as quickly as possible.
As Tzu Chi hopes to get the housing units up in the shortest time possible, in addition to experienced volunteers, it has also turned to the local community for manpower.
When showing them the ropes, some of them took notes on everything. They are a really dedicated bunch. We need to pick up the pace and show them everything that we know.
It is hard to believe that Cai Ming Hong, a former chef, is now the second in command at the construction site.
There's an obvious language barrier, but by using hand signals or simple commands like OK or no or change, words that everyone understands, we get our message across.
Despite the language barriers, Tzu Chi volunteers are finding ways to get the local community involved, as everyone works towards the common goal of safe housing for those that need it most. In China's Fujian province, this past weekend was the grand opening of the Fuding Hospital's Jingsi Books and Cafe. Before we congratulate the bookstore for this momentous occasion, we join the festivities at the hospital to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Tzu Chi building. In Fujian, China, at the 10th anniversary celebration of the Tzu Chi medical building of the Fuding Hospital, the story of an abandoned baby girl was reenacted. Thanks to the help of the Fuding's medical staff, that baby girl is now 11 years old.
I want to thank the doctors and all those who saved me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today.
Another whose life was changed has also come to express his gratitude.
I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Tzu Chi volunteers, doctors, and nurses.
10 years ago, while still carrying the boy's mother suffered a severe sickness. It was only after the efforts of the medical staff that the lives of the two were saved. The nurses put on a beautiful depiction of the thousand-handed Guan Yin, while doctors and volunteers performed a section from the Sutra musical. Fuding Hospital, the largest medical facility in the area, is not a Tzu Chi hospital, but Tzu Chi's humanitarianism can be seen throughout the building and its medical practices. Looking forward to 10 more years, the partnership between Fuding Hospital and Tzu Chi will continue to blossom. With the chorus of welcomes, it seems something auspicious is in the air. As it turns out, today is also the grand opening of Tzu Chi's Jingsi Books and Cafe inside the hospital.
This cafe offers the public a positive influence. In this way, more people in society can contribute their love.
This is the world's 106th Jingsi Books and Cafe here at Fuding Hospital. It is also the 12th in China, but the first inside a hospital, as the one in Suzhou is inside the Jingsi Hall. Congratulations to everyone!
Thanks to the hospital, the reading room has been transformed into a Jingsi Books and Cafe. On the day of the opening, Zheng Dageng insisted on visiting.
These are words that you wrote yourself. How many days did it take you? 3 days.
Suffering from a cranial nerve disease, the 38-year-old cannot speak or control the tremors of his body. However, the year of receiving treatment at Fuding Hospital have opened up Zhen's heart.
When you can no longer fight the battle against pain and suffering alone, they will be there by your side, giving you strength and warmth to continue on.
When a hospital is not only about curing the sick, and a bookstore isn't only about selling, it becomes a place filled with genuine love and warmth. In preparation for the upcoming winter relief distribution in Ormoc City, Fujian Province, for the first time, Tzu Chi volunteers conducted door-to-door visits of all the recipients instead of a partial listing like in years past. In total, volunteers checked on more than 2,000 households within 2 days, making sure that no family will be left out during the upcoming distribution. The bumpy road prompts Tzu Chi volunteers to give up on driving and walk instead. Neighborhoods that are difficult to reach tend to be in greater need of assistance. Despite the hot weather, the volunteers take little rest during their home visitations. In each household, they strive to make a connection. The grandma's optimism infuses Tzu Chi volunteers with positive energy, which in turn allows them to comfort a mother who was distraught by her son's foot injury.
Let's pray for your son's good health and that he recovers from the foot injury.
In the span of 2 days, Tzu Chi volunteers conduct home visitations in Fujian provinces, Jinjiang City and Hui'an County, to learn about the residents' needs in preparation for their upcoming winter relief distribution. For the first time, Tzu Chi volunteers strive to reach all recipients in these areas. Over 400 volunteers were mobilized to visit more than 2,000 households.
One of the master's Jingsi aphorisms says that doing good deeds is not the privilege of the rich, but the right of those with a willing heart.
From start to finish, the volunteers have kept a smile during the home visitations and remained committed to helping others. With Senior Citizens Day approaching in Taiwan, Tzu Chi volunteers recently held a gathering at the Wanhua Jingsi Hall, which was attended by more than 130 seniors. In addition to other events, Tzu Chis gave hand massages, while a 94-year-old senior performed a piece of traditional Chinese music.
Wearing a straw hat, 94-year-old Grandpa Chen skillfully performs a piece of traditional Chinese music. He's by one of the many seniors at Wanhua Jingsi Hall, celebrating the upcoming Senior Citizens Day.
As I know a little music, I'm here to contribute and give a performance.
The music strikes a chord with many in the audience. Among them is 78-year-old Grandpa Shan, who has been a Tzu Chi care recipient for 5 years. Volunteers recently carried out a home remodeling to make the home safer for the senior.
As my home looks very much like new, it lightens up my mood.
Grandma Chen, a Wanhua resident, is another senior citizen moved by the volunteers' loving care. She was in tears after one Tzu Chi massaged her hand.
It is difficult for me to use my right hand. She gave me a massage which really touched my heart.
By offering this entertainment, we show the respect and care we have for them.
As Tzu Chi volunteers work to amuse the senior citizens, the elders had a great time prior to the upcoming Senior Citizens Day.
When in junior high, Huang Jianhao skipped class and was always up to no good. As his grades hit rock bottom, his teachers and parents were worried about his future. However, after he enrolled in Taichung Industrial High School, Huang developed a passion for machining. He managed to snatch gold at the national competition and has set his eyes on a gold in the World Skills Competition in Sao Paulo, Brazil next August. Here's more on his story.
Though Huang Jianhao may look childish, when operating a milling machine, the 17-year-old is serious and focused. Having just snatched the first place of machining division of the National Vocational Skills Competition, he is not the same brat as he was in junior high.
I didn't like to study and just wanted to have fun all the time. I was always out partying during days off.
Always wondering about Huang's failing grades had his teachers and parents worried. It was not until he came into contact with machining at his new school that he became devoted to his study. He can stand in front of a mill and endure its high temperature for hours and is not bothered by the scars the machine left on his arms.
He worked really hard. In just 8 months, he worked every day from 8 a.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. and completed his assignment. He was very committed.
I got serious when I started competing. When you do something you like, you will set goals for yourself. I've already snatched gold in a national competition, and the next is a gold in an international competition.
Once wandering around lost and confused, Huang has found his passion and grown up. He hopes to fulfill his goal at World Skills Competition in Sao Paulo, Brazil next August.
The staff at the kindergarten division of Tzu Chi Senior High School, affiliated with Tzu Chi University, is teaching their students how to take care of themselves. Through a series of games, the young ones learn to take on responsibilities and also how to help out at home. We will leave you with these images at the end of the show. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.